We're back!
Happy Saturday, everyone.
I'm not sure I understand the concept of a weekend. I understand the need to power down and recharge, but according to the calendar system used by the majority of the world, the weekend is comprised of Saturday and Sunday. Saturday being the last day in the weekly cycle, and Sunday the first. If one of the days that is a part of the weekend is actually the beginning of the week, then why call it a weekend? It doesn't make logical sense.
Your guess would be as good as mine. It's a chicken and the egg scenario, kinda.
I'm sorry?
The chicken and the egg, it's... You know what? Never mind. Point is that on the weekends you guys can come and go from here as you please. There'll be no one around to see you.
That's good. I've been cooped up in here too long. Been itching to shoot something.
Yes. Well, as soon as I'm finished working on this code here, you can go after the next pod.
What are you working on?
Just a little backdoor program into the escape pod computer systems. If I can manage to get in, we can surveil the area around the pod and avoid ambushes.
Smart.
Thank you. We're going to need every advantage we can get.
Well, patience, Starscream. I'm a doctor, not a techie. Building technology with always shockwave stick. There, give this baby a try. It's not working! All I've got to work with here is stuff I grabbed from my escape pod. I did the best I could. I was barely able to deactivate the trackers on us. Oh, there we are. Much better. There, we're tapped in the human data net, and we have live surveillance. If I'm not mistaken, the human lettering says this is merely a map. Oh, so it is. You promised me surveillance, knockout! How are we to conquer this world if we can't account for the whereabouts of anyone? Well, it's possible I could just reverse engineer some of the software from the pod's computers to give us tracking capabilities, but I need actual circuit boards from the pods to do that. Someone, go grab your pod!
Yeah, when I woke up the hatch jammed, so I kinda tore mine apart.
Mine is still intact. I'll go.
You're just a wheeled vehicle. You don't have the propulsion that I do. I'll go.
Very well then. Go! And be quick about it!
So you're telling me that at one point, on this planet, the most advanced thing you did was the wheel and fire?
Yeah, pretty much.
Unbelievable.
How long did it take you to reach projectile weaponry?
Guns? They've been around for 600 years or so?
And they're not even to plasma yet? Didn't we have that out the gate?
Out of the gate? You're picking up Earth lingo fast.
Oh, thanks, Pumpkin.
Although it could probably use some work.
Oh, hang on. I learned one while you were asleep last night. Right back at you.
Right back at you is how it's used more often.
Back at what?
Nothing really. It's usually used whenever someone wants to return a compliment.
So, if I were to thank you for being a gracious host while we're here on your planet.
Then I could respond with right back at you.
I see. Thank you for helping to teach us about Earth, Sam.
Right back at you, Ratchet.
Good morning.
Good morning. How have you been?
I just took a drive through your nearby town. I find watching everyone live in peace to be quite relaxing.
Want to learn some of the local linguistics with us?
No, but thank you for the offer.
What's with him?
Nothing. That's just how he is. If he wants to learn some lingo, he'll do it in his own time.
Not a people person?
He used to be friendlier, to put it one way, but he's pretty much always been like this. Ever the stoic knight.
Yes. While never one to street race or do anything reckless, Optimus was more welcoming of companionship at one point. However, war does change each and every one of us, and in different ways.
Oh, right where I left you. Now to get this to knockout.
That's strange.
What's up, Doc?
One of the pods is being moved.
Decepticons?
No, I don't think so. It's moving too slow. Might just be human scavengers.
Or the government?
That wouldn't be good.
Should we roll out?
No. If the escape pod is being taken by human authorities, one vehicle showing up will be easier to explain than a convoy. I will go alone and reconnoiter this situation.
Sending you the coordinates now.
Is that such a good idea, him going off alone?
The boss bot can handle whatever he comes across.
Nitro, status report.
Got the pod! Working on bringing it back!
What's taking you so long?
It's big and heavy!
Fine. Just hurry up!
Hurry up, he says. I'd like to see him drag this thing!
Well, I'm officially bored. What do you guys do for fun?
We've been fighting this war for so long, I think I've forgotten what fun is.
You used to go lobbing with Bulkhead and Ironhide.
Yeah, I did. You were always off street racing with Jazz and Cliffjumper.
Really? Street racing?
Well, when you have a considerable portion of the population that can turn into wheeled vehicles, racing was pretty common. You just had to kind of be selective about where you did it.
Because if they weren't careful, they'd be spending a lot of quality time with me in Red Alert. And there wasn't much bots hated more than being cooped up in the medbay.
What did Optimus used to do for fun?
He was always too busy, even before our wars started.
Busy with what?
The Knights of Iacon. They were this guard force for the High Council that oversaw most of planetary defense. Security meetings, patrols, management duties, stuff like that. Kinda boring if you ask me.
Optimus enjoyed reading historical texts in the Hall of Records. That's how I met him. He was working as a clerk when I was doing research for my medical dissertation.
So you weren't just manufactured with medical data installed? You had to learn it?
Naturally. Optimus and I became great friends, having long discussions about history and current events. When the war with the Quintessence broke out, Optimus presented forgotten battle tactics to the High Council and was inducted into the Knights. We won many battles thanks to his tactics.
So Optimus is a knight, like a knight in shining armor?
Not exactly.
He wasn't a land-owning warrior from your dark ages, no. Knight is the closest translation we can think of to describe his status on Cybertron.
They're both great warriors, though. That much is the same. I'd love to see Proud try to ride a pony, though.
I think horse would be a better word there.
They're both noble. Optimus has never once acted selfishly. Not that I've seen.
Well, he is a Prime, after all.
So Prime isn't like his last name or anything. It's a title?
Yes. Our original leaders were known as Primes, long before the ruling council led the planet. Optimus was the first Cybertronian in eons to be worthy of the title.
How did he get it? Did he have to pass a test?
We all had to, in a way.
The Cybertronian general Optimus spoke of, that slaughtered the High Council, he was a knight, too. Before he murdered the council, he fought the 10 other knights and destroyed them for standing in his way.
Why wasn't Optimus?
He wasn't there.
I served in his unit during the Quintesson War and had been wounded. He was visiting the wounded when everything happened.
Word got back to us and we rushed to Iacon, but it was already too late. Optimus swore to stop Megatron, and the lone survivor of the assault, Alpha Trion, used his dying breath to grant Optimus the title of Prime. He's worn it as a badge of honor ever since, but the toll has been heavy on him.
He changed, like you said.
Yes. If you ever wonder why he says he'll do something alone, it's because he doesn't want anyone else to get hurt.
He blames himself for what happened.
Prime and Megatron were close, like all the Knights were. He feels he should have seen what Megs was becoming and stopped him.
And for the record, no one blames him. It's just one more burden of leadership for him.
This is Prime the base. I am approaching the coordinates you gave me. As we thought, the pod isn't here. I will follow the direction it was taken and see if I can catch up to it.
I grow impatient, Nitro. Where are you?
Look, it's not exactly like I can just levitate this thing and bring it back. You want it, it's going to take a while.
You volunteered because you were fast!
Well, I didn't exactly count on this thing being so hard to move.
Your excuses are becoming an annoyance.
Yeah? Well, so are you. I have half a processor to take a little break and make you wait longer.
Watch your tone, Nitro. If you cross me, you will live to regret it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hurry up! One more word out of you and I'll...
Much better.
Nitro? Nitro! I think he hung up. I can see that knockout! Deadlock! Go and assist your comrade. If that pod is too much of a burden for him to bear, maybe a second set of servos will help.
I'm on it.
So what about the big hairy guy with big feet?
I don't think Bigfoot is real.
What about the guys who live under the sea? The Atlanteans?
Atlantis isn't real either.
Just when I think I found something really interesting about your planet, you humans pass it off as fake.
Hey, we've got transforming robots now. That's interesting enough for me.
What was that?
Proximity alert. I have it turned on during the weekends to go off when anyone besides one of us shows up.
You think it's the backup?
No, the colors are off.
It's Agent Graham.
The FBI agent? What's he doing here?
Must be checking out something about the crime scene.
The guy's sniffing around often enough, you'd think he'd take the opportunity to power down for a while.
I don't think he's the type to just take a weekend off.
Good thing you told your dad you'd be gone all day. No telling how long he's going to be here. And I don't want to have an awkward conversation about why you're appearing in thin air.
Out of thin air. But you're right. I agree. Hopefully he won't be here long.
Autobots, I am nearing whatever has the pod. Going in for a closer look.
Huh? Prime!
Nitro, abandon the pod and leave this planet in peace.
And go where exactly? I'm staying right here to ground the humans into the dirt they crawled out of.
Then you leave me no choice. Autobots, I have engaged Nitro, requesting assistance.
Nitro? Is that bad?
Oh, he's a nasty piece of work. I'll enjoy splattering him.
Wait, you can't just leave.
Agent Graham is still here.
Oh, well, how do we get rid of him?
That is a good question.
I could just drive past him really fast and get away before he realizes what's going on.
That didn't make him suspicious, though. A random truck thing comes from out of nowhere? Where it shouldn't have been able to come from? It'd make me ask questions.
If we did that, could you hit him on the head with something hard and give him amnesia?
Amnesia. And no, this isn't a cartoon.
Any suggestions then?
I think I may have an idea.
What were you?
This is Graham.
We have a situation in the next town over.
Really? What's going on?
We don't have much information at this time, except that you need to get to the police station there as soon as possible.
Understood, dispatch. Graham out.
Okay, he's gone. Hound, go help Prime.
Alright, time to dent some metal. You know, maybe finally destroying you will get Starscream off my back. It'd make all our lives easier if you just decided to die.
As long as there are Decepticons left to warmonger, I will not rest until you are all stopped.
I shouldn't have even said anything. Now you're gonna give a speech. Enough of this! Uh-oh.
Prime to base.
Stay back, Prime!
Deadlock, I presume.
That is correct.
You're responsible for Jazz's death, among others.
War has its consequences. Think of it as payback for all the Decepticons that have fallen to Autobot cannons.
That's the difference between our sides. Revenge isn't something the Autobots strive for.
But it's always nice when it comes up. Ugh. What hit me?
Prime did. Let's go before he does even more damage.
Later, Autobots! Come back here and fight! What are you, poultry?
I believe the correct turn of phrase is chicken hound.
So I guess you were paying attention, huh, boss?
They're back.
You guys okay?
We're fine, Sam.
What were the Decepticons after?
The escape pod. For what reason? I do not know.
Lot of good a bunch of charred metal will get them.
Hopefully we figure out why they wanted the pod soon. If they wanted one pod, though...
Then they might want the others that are still out there.
Retrieving the remaining pods will now be our top priority. Ratchet, finish your program to access the pod system. When that's done, we will go after them.
I'm on it, Optimus.
Care to tell me what happened, Nitro?
I may have accidentally blown up the pod.
You're lucky I sent Deadlock there to pack you up, or else Prime might have ended you. Failure's bad enough, but losing another member of our team wouldn't be good.
It wasn't a complete failure.
Knockout? Oh yeah, this'll work. Well, very good, Deadlock. Thanks to you, the mission was salvaged. Another reason to be thankful for Deadlock being there, Nitro. Don't make me have to consider having to send someone with you to complete a simple task again. Understood?
Yes, Commander.
Good.
Text of my phone. On the table over there. They have no idea who could have hacked into the Bureau's network and sent you a secured call, but they managed to take out the voice distortion. Left an MP3 on your phone for you. Thank you, Jefferson. Anytime.
We don't have much information at this time, except that you need to
get to the police station there as soon as possible.
Sam Witwicky, what kind of trouble have you gotten yourself into?